So when you were a child, did you ever see like a spooky old barn? For me, I live out in the Midwest, so there's a lot of farmlands around. And I remember seeing an old barn, abandoned, overgrown and dirty. No one has been there for years, clearly. And I remember imagining what is in that barn. Like, maybe it's haunted. And over time, every time I saw the barn, I would come up with, interesting, scary stories, kind of just in my head, of what possibly happened at the barn, or, what something's hidden in there. So there's a ghost. Oh my gosh. And then the more and more I thought about it, the scarier and scarier that barn became. So that's kind of what this game makes me think of. And that's why I want to play it, because it kind of has that atmosphere to it, to me at least. And I want to find out if I'm correct. That might have been a very elaborate description of my thoughts behind this game, but I don't know if they're correct. But in the on the website, the developer goes into some descriptions on what the idea for the game was based on, and it was similar to that, and it made me think back to my childhood and being paranoid about barns. Anyways, let's start a new game and see what this game is about. We will find out together if it is worth it. The house. I'm on a laptop. I have a kitty! That's already a good sign. You sit upon an unfamiliar bed in an unfamiliar room, taking comfort in the safe, dependable world of your computer. Yep, that sounds about right. All is stillness and calm. The only sounds you hear are the restless creaking of the woods beyond your window and the contented purrings of your feline companion. Check email? Yeah, I do that by default all the time. Check email. A reassuring chime ushers in a fresh batch of unread messages. Ah, yes. Events at marshlight.com. Local events. Dear auto-subscribed mailing list entity. Upcoming events from your calendar. Wassailing in the words of Greyleaf Corpse. Cops. Oh god, my mind. Where's my brain right now? Full Moon Stone Procession. Art exhibition in the Gallery of Humboldt Dissonance. Please note, next Thursday's swine guessing is canceled due to illness. Okay, great. Welcome. Dear new tenant, we trust you'll be appropriately comfortable and compliant in your new dwelling. Please familiarize yourself with the compendium of rules and proper conduct. Our underlings have placed your belongings in the basement. Please be hesitant in contacting us. Regards, Mertech Lettings. Browse the internet. Okay, so we're a new tenant. That explains the unfamiliar surroundings. You idly wander online avenues from which toothsome orange faces leering urge you to click in their direction. Toothsome orange faces leeringly urge you to click in their direction. Got it. Got it. Okay. Time passes. Click. Click. An hour maybe. Click. I'm going through Facebook. I can't stop. There's so many kitties. Ah! Eventually, the digital trace subsides. I mean, there's a point when Facebook when you get to the point where you've seen the same message 4 times and you're like, I should probably turn this off. It's like 1 a.m. Anyways, turn off lamp. Okay, so that was E. Okay. E interacts with things. Can I play with my kitty? Why are you walking away from me, kitty? Oh. Wow. They didn't even clean the wardrobe? Okay. That's interesting. Another moth. What kind of a place is this? Examine. It's a tarnished frame of faded elegance. You see a heavy textured painting of a proud stag, so pale it almost glows. Walk on it? Oh, walk on. Like, move on. I get it, game. Okay. It's the bathroom. Examine the bathtub. A yawning bathtub which has seen better days crouches in the corner on little clawed feet. Look inside. A small but determined spider stalks the curved interior searching for a means to escape. Rescue it? No, wash that away. Yeah, I'm not rescuing spiders. I mean, that's just me. I'm role-playing here. Water swirls and the hapless spider is swallowed, slowly drawn toward the gaping drain and the unfathomable dripping domains which lie beyond. Watch, that's gonna have, like, horrible repercussions in the game. It's, like, gonna make me, like, really mean, and my character's, like, gonna have all the terrible choices now. Flush. You see a hazy smudge on the mirror, mounted on the wall, a plain wooden frame. Glimpses of your reflection ebb and flow, while other indistinct shapes lurk deeper in the foggy background. Peer deeper. It is hard to distinguish between your faintly distorted features and residual murk within the shifting glass, but you catch fleeting impressions of black, feathery wings and falling leaves. You avert your gaze swiftly, a sense of relief tainted by the sensation that something unknown lurks beyond the glass. Well, that's not promising. That's not promising at all. I don't like that, actually. Press the switch. Oh. I turned the light on. Is the mirror different now? Okay, nope. I cannot talk to the mirror anymore. That's fine. You see a murky painting in a shabby frame. A tower juts defiantly before a bright moon. Move on. My character moves really slowly. Also, she has no feet or no hands. I'm just noticing. Oh, I have a picture of my kitty. Look. What were we looking at there? Look. A small chest rests on a shelf. The word spare keys scrawled tantalizingly across the front. Open it. You try to lift the curved lid, but the chest is inevitably locked. Alright. What do we got here? Open the fridge. Well, I mean, on the plus side, there's cheese in there. On the downside, the rats are eating all the cheese, and they look horribly evil as well. That's not good. Apparently my character doesn't care, though. She's just like, yeah, that seems normal. You stand before a heavy door, patchy paintwork peeling off in molted chunks. Mottled chunks? A musty heat emanates from the keyhole. Open it. The handle is warm in your hand. You give a hopeful twist, but the door is locked and remains unmoved. Okay. This is getting a bit interesting. Look. Your phone parches gently on the rugged kitchen table. Instinctively, you pick it up and place it in your pocket, and all feels right in the world. Yep. Feeling naked without my phone. Not really, actually. Press play. Uh-huh. Yeah? That's... I mean, it's a little strange record. I guess your taste in music is a little odd, I'm not gonna lie. That is a huge alarm clock, by the way. A door, unremarkable apart from the presence of a cat flap in the bottom corner. Open it. You do not remember locking the door when you arrived, but it is presently unquestionably locked and will not open. Squeeze through the cat flap. You dimly recall reading a story about druids who were able to shapeshift into feral forms of animals, roaming woods and fields on eager paws, soaring dappled skies on raven wings. Sadly, it was just a story, and you have no access to shapeshifting druidic magics. Thus, the idea of you fitting through the cat flap is rather ridiculous. Okay. I like that one. It's a good one, game. I can relate. A moth-eaten rug weathered by countless footfalls. Look under it. Among the dust and fallen insects, you notice a dull bronze key, which you take. Oh, yeah! Alright, so is this going to open one of these locked things? It's better unlock one of the locked things. Unlock the chest with key. The key fits snugly and turns with a decisive click. The chest cracks open and a half-imagined fanfare trumpets joyfully in your head. Inside, you find a large rusty key, which you take. Okay. Can we then open this door with that? Yep, I know. Unlock it. Yeah, okay. The key goes in. The lock clunks and the door yawns open. Hot, stale air wafts over you like the breath of an overexcited canine of unnatural size. Use the door. Oh, it's gonna be down into the basement, huh? Okay. Oh. Oh God. Search. A teetering wall of cardboard boxes looms in the shadows. A bedraggled obelisk of your half-remembered worldly belongings. You pry back a few tattered flaps, revealing random assortments of crockery, tools, and old books all wrapped in ragged newspaper. Read the newspapers. Idly, you pursue a few crumpled pages. Bleak headlines from economic uncertainty mingling with Murtec-branded advertisements for Murtec-branded products. Okay. Push box. Keep pushing that box. I gotta get that book. I don't know why I gotta get the book, but I gotta get the book. It's right there. A solitary book leans innocently against the wall, leather-bound and nameless. It appears to be an almanac of sorts, written in a script you cannot decipher. Many pages feature drawings of plants and animals in dark ink. Examine drawings. Images of flora and fauna parade before your eyes. Foraging rodent, a grazing beast, a tree adorned with lanterns, malign thickets. Each pictures make uninvited thoughts whisper at the back of your mind, growing louder with each turn of the pages. Keep looking. The drawings grow more outlandish as you delve deeper into the book. Twisted black roots, a shadow with wings and antlers, a pale feline. Wait, what? That sounds a lot like the stuff in my house. The whispers grow and echo, and you feel compelled to release your hold on the book, dropping it to the floor. The cover slams forcibly shut, and you are left reeling, mind silent once more. Sounds like my character's got, quite the imagination here. Also, this looks like something that would have horrified me in my childhood. The archaic furnace glowers here, all hiss and clatter. You cannot get very close to the fitful machine as the heat it churns out is overwhelming. Turn it off? The temperature is so feverish that the notion of interacting with the furnace is out of the question. You will require some sort of tool or implement. Okay, got it. But why would I? Oh, I can't even pass here. So there's a key over there. And I'm not allowed to go that way until I get something to turn the furnace off with. Ah, point and clickage. What about over here? Is there anything different? Search for tools? Yeah, search for tools. You randomly choose a box and begin delving inside. It mostly contains power supplies, long since divorced from the more useful counterparts. You move on to another box and nestle deep beneath a stack of every utility bill you've ever owned. A small collection of seashells, you find a battered wrench, which you take. Okay, maybe we can turn off the furnace with this. Yeah. Use wrench on the furnace. You approach timidly, wrench wielded before you defensively. Latching onto the protruding handle, you strafe and push. The furnace groans in defiance. After a few moments of sweltering struggle, the mechanism shifts with a metallic gasp, and the fires in the furnace shudder and subside. The heat from the furnace is too strong for you to walk beyond this point. No, it's not. You're lying, game. You're lying. Suspended on a length of black twine is a small silver key, which glints enticingly. Take it. You unhook the key and carefully place it in your pocket. Alrighty then. Let's go back upstairs here. With this key, possibly we can go outside. Slowly but surely we shall make it. Use the door. Okay. We're back here now, in this great place. I like how my character does not give crap about her fridge being invaded by rats. Yeah. Unlock door with key. Silver key glides happily into the lock and turns with a gentle and enticing click. Go outside. Hello, kitty! Where's my cat leading me? Also, what is this? Bolted to the side of the house is a battered fuse box, dejectedly spitting sparks. Look inside. Your curiosity is rewarded with a view of tangled wires writhing and squirming. Several have wriggled free from their sockets and lash about fitfully. Repair them? Driven by bravery or foolishness, perhaps, you confront the wiry nest. Plug obsidian wire into the ochre socket. Plug ombre wire into the crimson socket. Plug alabaster wire. I don't know. Ombre wire. You nimbly avoid the spray sparks and jam the wire into place. The fuse box shudders briefly, then settles into a satisfied hum. Oh, I fixed it. Wow, that was lucky. It was super lucky. Always pick the middle one. You see a lopsided well made from mossy dark bricks. A lichen-covered rope dangles down into the dripping dark below. Pull the rope. The rope, though damp and rather slimy, is surprisingly strong. You give a few hefty tugs, but it feels like there is something heavy attached to the other end, which is beyond your strength. Okay. Fine. Fine, I get the hint. I need to be stronger. The heat from the furnace is... Okay, that might be a bug. Anything over here? No. I should go the way my kitty cat went, but I, for some reason, want to go over here. A makeshift arrangement of planks and metal, forming something which could loosely be described as a shed. Look inside. The darkness within the ramshackle structure is dense and chittering, and you are unable to delve too deeply into the musky interior. You do notice a very faintly carved symbol just above the entrance, which resembles a pair of curved antlers. Okay. That's an invisible wall there. Okay, so we can't go any farther that way. That's fine. Let's walk very slowly over this way. Very slowly indeed. Yeah? The music is definitely interesting. Alright, cat, where are you leading me? I mean, I wouldn't say it's great, but it's interesting. Look. A dull stone pedestal is attached to the wall. On the top are a multitude of irregular-shaped buttons, each bearing a different symbol. Look for antler symbol. You study the clustered buttons until eventually you notice one adorned with a pair of curved antlers, which, with slight hesitation, you push it with a wary finger. For a moment, nothing happens, the garden seeming suddenly overwhelmingly quiet, as if the air was holding its breath. Then, a loud and definitive clunk is heard from the direction of the gate. Okay. I appreciate these puzzle elements so far, although they are kind of simple. Maybe it'll get harder. Maybe it'll get harder, yeah. Look. You stand before a trail leading deeper into the tangled woods. Follow the trail. We are going to follow the trail, but we're going to do that next time. I'm going to cut this episode kind of short because I do want to know what you guys think about it before I continue. I am thinking about covering more indie games and maybe even, like, you know, in development indie games from some of the websites where people post their free games. There's a few, but I really want to start supporting developers and covering their games just to see what's out there for my own curiosity and just for fun, because I love doing that. I love game development and I love seeing what people make. It's great, and there's so many innovative ideas, and this game in general, or in particular, so far is very interesting. I really like the art style so far. I hope it goes somewhere more, because I feel like it's got the foundation to be really cool. So if you want me to check out more of this game, let me know. If you know another game you'd like me to check out, leave it in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Hey guys, like I said in this video, I really do want to start supporting the indie developers and the brand new developers that just make games and are trying to get a head start in the industry. There's a couple websites that are available for those developers to upload their games to for people to download and try out, usually in alpha or beta stage. One of them is itch.io, and there's another one too that I will have the links to those down below. If you know of another place besides the ones I've listed, please let me know, because I'd like to look through them. If you want to suggest a game that you think is worth me looking at, maybe one that, you know, is pretty good and it has potential and you think it deserves a little bit of a spotlight, I would love to dedicate a video to it. So I have created a Tumblr page. Well, I've had it for a long time, but I just never use it. But I'm kind of going to dedicate my Tumblr page for this purpose. So go there and click request a game and just type in whatever game you think I should play and where I can get it from. Another thing you can use my Tumblr for is if you have a question for me that you want to be in a future Q&A video, you can submit the question there as well. I'd like to give a very special thank you to my amazing patrons over on patreon.com who support me in the channel and have done so for quite some time, and it means so much to me, and it really helps me to keep the channel growing and going, and helps me to purchase these games that I play on the channel, as well as hardware and, you know, everything else you can imagine. It means the world to me and helps so much. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support. And everyone else, thank you so much for your eyeballs. I really can't do it without you guys. And cheers. Here's to many more games. I'll see you next time.